streaming. Alright, sweet. Starts off like Canon in D. Sup, Isaiah? Sup, Norian scum? Man, go back to watching Bill Nye. Of course, I hear this newer one is not that good, like, because it like has that weird rapper or something. Like, they're trying to make it too hip and modern, and I don't know. We gotta load. We got Alan. We got Steady Games. All right, Day Z. This is the day that these zombies attacked. Yeah, I'll risk it. And that's how I got the opportunity to join the Normal Boots Club. With some stipulations. Like, don't mess up. Hey, Aria. What's going on? Okay. If I could win my event for the tournament, I would officially join the team. Gotta be hip for the kids. If I didn't, the club would be more likely to lose the tournament, and I wouldn't get to stick around. It was scary. So no matter what, she can't lose. If she wins, then they can win the tournament. If she loses, then, hey, they won't lose the tournament because she won't be a part of the club. It's a good plan. Hey, Cthulhu? It's your birthday? Well, Lorraine Scum, I can't. I don't feel comfortable making a moderator because I haven't seen you around enough, and I do not have a Bill Nye body pillow. So, worst birthday ever. I am sorry that I cannot help you out. No, Emerald Ninja, I can't stop until I've beaten the game. After that, we can go back to other things, but we got to complete it. Okay, I couldn't sleep at all that night, so when the morning came, I put on my uniform and head to class early. Bill Nye the Science Guy. For once, I was eager for the mundane class environment. I hoped that it would still all my racing thoughts and help me come to terms with my amazingly good fortune. Therefore, I was sitting at my desk, falling asleep slowly, when a hand slammed onto its surface. Listen up! Ah! I scooted my chair away from the desk. Shane glared at me. Let's go for the 100% completion, playing 2 hours a week, once per week. Sounds like a solid plan. If you are really competing with us in the tournament, and I still can't believe that's happening, then you had better not let us down. He pulled out the chair in front of my desk and sat down. Let's talk strategy. What? Do you think practice will pull you through the tournament? Despite knowing what it was probably the wrong answer. I nodded. Wrong. Rather than practice, you need strategy. I could hardly believe my eyes. Okay, Shane, are you in charge of the puzzle portion? So maybe you don't know. Shane was normally the quiet, wary, barely speaking Shane, was suddenly on fire and preparing to give me a full lecture on video game strategy. He looks like a discount Xander. Did this mean my good fortune was over, or... Pay attention! I snapped up straight and scooted my chair into my desk. Yes, sir! Strategy isn't something you can just study. It is something you can only start thinking about when you're playing your game. See you in 5 minutes, Tactician Arya. Strategy is always. Repeat after me. Strategy is always. Strategy is always. He slammed his hand on the desk again. With feeling. Strategy is always! Yeah. Good. Do you know what this means? In your daily life, you can make choices willy-nilly like an absolute idiot. Or you can make smart, intelligent choices. You can make choices like a winner. Sometimes these goes against what we want in the moment. Someone strategizing for a diet would have to pick not to eat a second serving, even if they want to, even if they're hungry. It's not always what you want, but it's what you gotta do. You understand? I think, kind of. He nodded, seeming satisfied. The more you strategize in your daily life, the better your mind will get when trying to strategize in-game. Gaming isn't just fun. Gaming is life. Hear that, Emerald Ninja? Nintendo rip-off thing didn't sit well with it. They don't have Mario and Kirby. The art style isn't all that good either. Oh, talking crap about PBG's wife now, are we? The art was done by PBG's wife, and the Nintendo rip-off thing was all in good fun. They weren't doing it maliciously to make fun of it. It's because this is about gamers. This normal Boots Club, they're a game club, and Nintendo is very influential in the gamosphere. Oh, the real gamers firing shots at PBG's wife too. He leaned forward, staring down at me. Strategy is always. Shane grabbed the bottom of his chair and scooted frantically away. His mission was apparently accomplished. He sat in his desk across the room, pulling out his sketch pad and drawing pencils. Then, face as calm as ever before, he started to draw. How was that? How was that the same Shane I've seen for all these weeks? If he heard me, he didn't respond. I turned my back to the desk. Once again, wide awake, Shane's words repeating in my head. Strategy is always. Always. Oh, hey, it's almost time for the Flower Festival. With everything happening so quickly, it felt almost like it snuck up on me. Have you decided who you're taking yet? Right, I had to go with someone to the festival, but who could I ask? The only guys I knew were the members of the Normal Boots Club. Would they want to go with me? And which one should I go with? John was kind and caring, but I was a bit worried he cared too much about Jacques and the play to notice anything else. Return to Weeb. New motto. Strategy is always. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, I know it's a simple art. Katrina's is here! The voice of reason, finally. PBG was so easygoing, but something about the new way he looked at me still bothered me. Satch was really mature and smart, but he seemed hard to get close to, or was I imagining that? Then there was Shane who, let's be honest, he hated me. There was no way he'd say yes. But then again, he had started to warm up to me. Paul of Continue popped into my head, too. But the last 2 times I hung around him, he caused major destruction. Only a few minutes? Hey, that's a few more minutes than, I'm happy to have you for the few minutes. Oh, wait, what's about Gerard? Gerard was caring and friendly, but he wasn't really interested in me that way. There was Jared, too, but I looked at I couldn't do that to her. Could I? Oh, yes, I could! Well, I don't have too many choices. Weird, I thought PBG would not be a choice because I didn't want to go to his soccer match. Alright, time to tear the little harlot's heart out.
Jared.
I watched through my eyelashes. Yes! Yes! Her eyes widened and she looked away for a minute. I'm sorry, Mai. I just... No, Hana, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. Of course you'd fall for him. Jared is the most attractive man that ever walked the earth. You probably have a way better chance of being in with him than I ever did. Anyways, you actually talked to him. You do too. Mai shook her head and held up a hand. No, it's wait. Well, go on. What? Go on! Go get your man! Well, wait, you mean now?
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, Mai hit me on the back and practically shoved me towards the door. Hurry! Get out of here! I need to bawl my eyes out! Hurry! Quickly! Go get him! As I began to leave, my legs turning to jelly, small pink blobs filled my vision. What? Go! Oh. Why am I still here? You can leave, Emerald Ninja. You obviously don't like this game. I don't want to torture you with something you don't like. Go play some Smash or something, you know? Mai was tossing cherry blossom petals over my head. Go! Get Senpai to notice you. Mai. She gave me a lopsided smile.
You're my best friend.
You're more important to me than some dumb boy, Hana. You're my best friend. Mai blurred as tears filled my visions. Mai, thank you. Mai beamed at me. No time to talk, Hana. This is gonna be your big day. You're a main character, unless you messed up really badly. You'll definitely get a good answer. I messed up a lot, though. Just go! I can't hold back these tears much longer. With a final shove, I was out the door. Now, where would I find him? It's okay, Hana. You can do this. I've been standing in front of Jared's door for 7 minutes. My knees kept trembling, and my hands were sweating. Oh, what was that? It's like... I think that's like... My knees were trembling, and hands are sweaty. You gotta go getting Jared. They told me, Emerald Ninja don't like the show, so I keep playing it and annoying him. Yo, I don't know how to rap because I'm white. Yo. But I had to do this. There was no way I could go back now and face Mai if I didn't, especially after she gave me her support. This was it then. I turned and walked back to the beginning of the hall. I just walk up in one swift motion. Hey man, what do you think about adding an extra dungeon? Hana? I forgot to knock on the door. Jared, sitting at his desk, hastily shoved whatever he was reading under it and stood face to face to me. What exactly are you doing here? Well, you go to the flower festival with me? My teeth were almost chattering with how much I was stuttering. Jared stood for a moment, his head cocked to the side. Wait, you're... Oh! He flipped his hair in an instant, restored to complete assurance. I forgot to... Could have been worse. Rejected! Of course I'll go with you to the festival. In fact, I was planning on asking myself. Oh, Senpai Jared!
Really?
Really? But this is even better. It was brave of you to ask me, Hana. I know how it can be. He stepped closer. Intimidating. Not at all! Really? Thank you, I'm impressed. My legs shook again, for the first time altogether. Wait, this time for an altogether different reason. How about we meet tomorrow at 2? I've got something I want to show you.
Yeah.
Sure, that sounds great! Then, I must beg your leave, milady. I have to return to what I was working on before. Of course, goodbye! I think he was reading the Dungeons and Dragons handbook. I dashed out of the room and leaned against the wall with a sigh. I can't believe he was going to ask me. A dull thud came from inside his room. Probably his drawer. You're gonna dismantle the relationship? You didn't get a notification. I have no clue. Did everybody else get a notification? Oh. Hey, it's Mickey! The summer of '69. Come to think of it, what was he working on before I came in? Something about an extra dungeon? I shook my head. It was none of my business. Hey, it's Tristan. Y'all need the Discord? Okay, so you guys got notification. Not to mention Alan probably informs the Discord. Actually, let's see if who informed the Discord. Alan seems like the responsible adult of it, but who knows? Whoa, Jack of Spades, another. Oh, Dave, you're so nice. Looking forward to my new video on Wednesday. Thanks for the live stream recording. Oh, you're looking for my new video on Wednesday. Well, I guess you didn't catch this Wednesday's video. I'm going to be taking 2 months off because I need to get videos done for June. So there will not be videos on Wednesday. I'm so sorry to let you down. You offered me this money, and unfortunately, I am not making a video. Oh, yep. Oh, Emerald Ninja. Even though he despises the game, he's still the one who got us going. All right, that's cool. All right. So yeah, but don't worry. July to September, every single Wednesday, I will have a video up. It's just that what's it called? I completely forgot. Yeah, oh yeah, I have some videos I want to do during April and June, so I need to put it off so I can make sure I get the videos done when I need to. But seriously, Jack of Spades, thank you so much. Well, whatever. I had a date to prepare for. I woke up late the next morning, the day of the flower festival. I was buzzing with anticipation. But because of that, it took me forever to wake up. Now it was almost noon, and I rubbed my eyes so I arose. Hey there, sleepyhead. Good morning. You slept even later than I did. That's impressive, Hana. I sat up in bed, and something on the edge of my desk caught my eye. What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, that? A letter for you came in the mail this morning, so I just said it. I scrambled out of bed onto my desk chair, ripping open the letter. Whoa, geez, calm down. It's not going anywhere. Turning away from her, I started to read. Little Blossom. Oh, because Hana is right. How have you been doing these past weeks? I'm sorry I haven't found the time to write. Your pa's been working hard lately, and I seem to go right to sleep when I get home. I know things were difficult for you here, and I only hope that you're having a better time than you are now. Okay, we're gonna have to... It makes noise. I know things were difficult for you here, and I only hope that you're having a better time where you are now. It isn't the same without you here. I miss your cheeriness and watching TV with you, and most of all, your pink hair bobbing around the kitchen. Hana, I know you feel bad about the pressure you must be putting on me. But don't! I do this because I love you. There is nothing I want more in the world than your happiness. I miss you, Hana. Be strong. Your Papa. What's his name? Papa? Your Papa. Papa. When I looked at PML's Twitter, I noticed that you liked my tweet and that she retweeted my birthday wishes. Polygamy? Actually, okay, so monogamy, that's in the, polygamy. If you go to the dictionary, and it says in the dictionary, polygamy, having too many wives. And then if you look up monogamy, it says, see polygamy. You imagining is a bad sequel to Birthright? It's a way prequel. It's a remake of the second Fire Emblem game. I do not see any emojis in chat. I think I can send emojis to chat, though. Let's see. If we're speaking of Purple Maple Leaf... There we go. There's some emojis. I hadn't written to him since arriving at Asagao. How many times a day he had crossed my minds. I'd just been busy with other things. He must be worried sick, and from the sound of things, he was also depressed. I missed my father. I missed my home. I missed helping him. If I wasn't around to cook him breakfast, he almost never ate. He kept saying it was fine, but he was getting older, without my mom there to take care of him. Hana, are you okay? I wiped my eyes on my sleeve. Yeah, I'm fine. I miss my dad. I picked up a pencil and a paper and began to write, trying hard to block out the tears. Eventually, my turned to her own work and let me be. Oh, really? That's terrible. I didn't know that. Oh, that's... Man, that's too bad. Good to see you, Skullplace.
Dad, I'm doing real great here. This has been the best change of my life. I have a best friend, and I might join a club. I even have a date.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Give him something to worry about.
You sacrificed so much to bring me here. I know I hardly gave you any choice with the way things were going. I was spoiled and ungrateful, but you did whatever was necessary for me. I miss you so much, but thank you. I know it was a huge sacrifice. Please eat well and take care of yourself. Remember, 2 glasses of water in the morning and 1 before bed. And have breakfast. Scrambled eggs are easy to make. Draw a smiley face on them in ketchup, just like I would. If I was there, I'll send my love through that. So make sure you do it. I miss you. And tell Mom happy birthday.
The dad sends a hitman for Jared. There's some emojis. Don't smoke. No smoking zone. What's INB4? Oh, so I'm ruining everything for you again, Emerald Ninja, as per usual. Later emerged in the sunlight in my... Oh, a yukata? Yeah, we got yukata Hana. Apparently, it wasn't normal to go to the festival in my yukata, but Mai insisted that I wear one. I asked what she was doing for the festival, and I didn't quite respond. Oh, you know, I've got plans. I didn't really buy it, though. I shifted nervously on the steps in front of my dorm. Where was Jared? Was it possible that he stood me up? No, IMB4 Dad sent the hitman. In before? What? What does in before mean? Of course I'm not losing my voice. I have a can of Mountain Dew Code Red to keep my vocals, actually to do more damage to them, especially if I try to use a Hana voice. A breeze wafted through the air like Wario, carrying in a brief hint of the ocean, and something else. Ham? Ham! Hana! Whoa, he's wearing his blue shirt, and he got 2 buttons down. Jared appeared from around the corner, somewhat disheveled. What does disheveled mean? Every time, okay, a person's hair, clothes, or appearance, untidy or disordered. He don't look disheveled. He looks perfectly shoveled. He smiled brightly at me, his teeth glistening in the light. I'm so sorry I'm late. Not at all. There's her yukata with roses on it.
You're perfect.
You look beautiful. Not many could pull off a yukata so purple. Black people can. Black people look great in purple. Yeah, she pulls it off pretty good. Yet with you, it only brings out your beauty. Oh, dang. He's so sly.
Oh, you're just saying that.
Together we make the most attractive pair Asagao has ever seen. And I would know. I keep track of that stuff.
So what are we gonna do today?
I wanted to show you something. Have you been off campus yet?
No, I've been so busy, I kind of forgot if the rest of the world exists.
Huh. Can she be a weeaboo even if she is Japanese? Well, weeaboo means that you disrespect Japanese culture. But can someone disrespect their own culture? I guess she could, but she'd have to put forth a lot of work, and she is not working to be a weeb. Sorry, Hana, I was a little busy fighting off this hitman. Apparently he was sent by someone called Papa? First voice you hear is me using Hana's voice. Lucky Charlie! Oh, wait. Great, well. Not great, but I've got something to show you. Come on. He held out his hand for me to take. Blushing, I grabbed it, and he gently led me away from the dorm into the campus. His hand was so warm, long, and thin, like Slenderman. I didn't expect my hand to be so tiny, but his practically engulfed mine. But there was something about them. They felt intricate and exacting, like an artist's hands. We met. Jaren was looking at me expectantly. Wait, what? What did you think of me when we first met? We weren't even 5 minutes into the festival and he was already asking me this? That seems like a normal question. That doesn't... Oh, a weeaboo is someone who isn't Japanese trying to? Okay, yes. Then in that case, she is not a weeaboo. If it's trying... Yeah, okay. No, I get what you're saying. That is a much better definition than I gave, name.
Oh, Jared, strangle me with your faint Slenderman arms.
Most kawaii ninja on the planet. Now see, reading that comment felt pretty weeaboo. He's so good, desu. When we first met, Jared was the first person I met when I came to Asagao, wasn't he?
Well, you are the most beautiful person I'd ever met.
Sparkling in the light.
You were also the first Asagao student I met. I was absolutely terrified of coming here. I was terrified of you.
So scared I could hardly remember anything about meeting him. Well, we can check this out. I've got it here. Let's find out. Weeaboo, is that how you spell weeaboo? Oh, you got 2 O's. Oh, it looks like it is not a real word, and I am not taking Urban Dictionary's definition on anything. That weeaboo voice, desu. Beautiful person is trademarked by Caddy. His lawyers will see Hana in court.
You remember my name? You figured out my name, and I didn't get yours.
Of course I remembered your name. I was struck by you. Struck to the heart, and you're to blame. Jared, you give love a bad name.
I'm sorry?
I can't really put my finger on it. Pink hair. He rubbed his hand across his forehead, deep in thought. I'm not used to being not able to explain things. This is weird. Okay, you know when you have a cute little puppy? And when it's in front of you, it's just the most captivating, magnificent creature you've ever seen? You just want to watch it and cuddle it and make sure no one steps on it? It was kind of like that, except you're a girl, not a puppy, and you don't need me to keep people from stepping on you. It was the wife of PBG who came up with the idea. I think she did the art. It might have been. I know it was her and like 4 of her friends that made it. We are otaku. Anyway, I was working on something at the time and I couldn't stay focused, so I had to talk to you. This is not Urban Dictionary, is not advertiser friendly. Bestiality? Why is he bestiality? Well, someone's eyes aren't working today. She's not a puppy, is she? She don't look like no puppy I ever seen. Oh, because he thinks that a puppy is really cute and you want to protect it. Got it. Okay, now I get where you're spamming the mouse. I hear you spamming the mouse. Is the text that slow? Spamming the mouse. No. I am clicking less than I should because I'm also concentrating on the chat, making this go slower just to annoy you, Emerald Ninja. Yes, he said I was his puppy. I get you. He avoided my eyes instead of turning to point at a tree we were passing. Do you see that? Now look at this tree that I just found! What I say, go! These trees are really smart. They only bloom after the last snow of the season has fallen.
How does it know that?
He sighed, staring wistfully at the trees. Some things are just not meant for us to know. Jeez. Got it? I won't ask about what you were working on again. We left campus, but instead of heading for the nearby train station, Jared led me outward towards an empty field. Oh, I'm gonna get murderable! Oh yes! It is Cinco de Mayo!
Hey!
Because trees are alive? That's a good answer.
Oh, I've been here before. After I snapped at I ran out here to cry.
Good, I was getting worried you were a recluse. But I know there's something you haven't seen. He pulled me to the left on the very edge of a field. There was a long tree line, and Jared led me towards it. This was weird. Rather, Jared was weird. He was still his flamboyant self, but he seemed to have toned it down a lot. I wasn't sure what did it, but he wasn't what I expected. Not that it was bad, just being surrounded by Jared's intensity for a number of hours seemed like it would wear me out quickly. But I was confused. We entered the trees, creeping over the shrubs and fallen logs. A brown path was worn to the ground from someone. Jared? Walking it? But it had fallen into slight disrepair, as the weeds were struggling to consume it again. Was he the only one who knew about this place? People always said they had a private place, but it usually wasn't this private. And I'm gonna die tonight! Jared stopped in front of me and I bumped into his back. We're here. Where? Looking around, there were just trees, and then Jared stepped aside. Look. Oh, hanas, or flowers.
Oh my goodness!
Well, we gotta save this real quick. I would go to something called the Jared Festival. This is a secret place. At least, I hope it is. Don't tell people about it. The flowers here are the most beautiful I've ever seen. Ever seen. 2 evers, guys. 2 more and we'd have 4 evers. Oh, what? My chair. Okay, chair would make more sense than just clicking. I'm just kind of moving around. I'm uncomfortable sitting in one way. I guess my chair is just too loud. Lana finds a small field with smaller versions of herself. That'd be something. I think it's because the soil here is allowed to go through natural cycles. Things die in it, they decompose, decompose, the flowers get to eat, and the flowers die in the winter, just like everything else here. But in the spring, they bloom again, and each year they're more vibrant. They're perennials. They pop open and sing to the skies, sweet melodies of light and water and sundrops. Ah, never mind. They're just really pretty flowers. I giggled. You seem to know a lot.
You seem to know a lot about flowers.
To my utter surprise, Jared blushed. Yeah, I do. Yeah! Yeah! Sour Meat! The champion has returned! Alan, say hi to your favorite person, Sour Meat! Oh, you don't want Jared to burden you with too much information on the circle of life? Oh, shoot, it's a person, Sour Meat. The profile picture changed? Oh, Sour Meat changed his profile picture? What is it now?
It looks... I have no clue what that is.
Why does Hana's hair look so weird? Because it's pink. He didn't say anything else. A strange tension hung in the air.
Did I say something wrong?
No, not at all. I'm just really bad at talking about myself. I never know exactly what I want to say. Something about that phrasing confused me, but Jared continued before I could figure out what. My family owns a school for traditional Japanese arts.
Really?
Really?
He stuck his hand in his pocket and looked away from me. He didn't seem too pleased to be discussing this. We're masters of all the traditional arts. Tea ceremonies, flower arrangement, kabuki theater, dance. Old families send their kids to be cultured, and girls from all over Japan get sent to learn how to be good women.
You don't seem...
The type? I flinched, not expecting his sudden aggression. The more I thought about it, the more it made sense. Jared was good at many things, but more than that, he was poised, charismatic, and elegant. The first thing you thought when you saw him was about how much of an impact his presence had made. Not how intelligent he was. He was beautiful. Farewell, Charlie, and may an angel of wings send you to your great beyond. He usually goes by the Fire Emblemer, but you know Person calls me. Later, Charlie! He was beautiful. He was almost as if he was sculpted by an artisan. It's only just now that it occurred to me that he had really been...
Is that why you're at Asagao?
He sighed. Only the best for me. You don't know how much talking it took to get my mom to send me here, or to let me start modeling. Here's the funny thing. His family owns a school, and he didn't even go to that one. I whistled. Jared looked at me warily. Whoops! Did I say that out loud? I didn't know what to say, so instead I turned back to the flowers. The sun was getting kind of hot. It was beaming straight down onto my neck, and a single sweat drop rolled down my back and melted into the band of my obi. What's an obi? It's probably the bow, right? Obi, the broad. Yep, it's the sash. Let's image that. Let's look at an obi. Yep, that's an obi. Yep, that's an obi. Oh, there's an obi. That's the obi I was thinking. See, that makes more sense. I shuddered. Well, would you like to keep walking? There are a few other nice places I could take you to.
Sure.
Anything to dispel the awkwardness. So, tell me a bit about yourself. How'd you get into Asagao? I laughed nervously.
Well, you aren't a high enough friendship level to unlock my tragic backstory yet.
I'm a
scholarship student. There was no way my father and I would be able to manage the costs by ourselves.
He raised an eyebrow but said nothing.
I'm not even sure how I passed the interview process. Most of the kids here are either rich like my, or smart like Satch, or incredibly talented like you.
I think he's probably rich too, since his parents own a school. It slipped without realizing. Jared beamed at me. Why, thank you, my dearest lady.
You're welcome.
What can I say except
You're welcome.
There, that was it. Weird. There, that was it. The weird highfalutin speech he had got. It hadn't been talking like that until just now. Why? There was no one around us. We were just walking in an empty field. I didn't understand, but there was no way I was going to ask. Why? Not after the awkwardness we had just went through. Well, what are your dreams?
My dreams?
Yeah, what do you want to do after you leave Asagao? I couldn't remember the last time I had a dream or an overarching goal. When I was little, I had some. A nurse, an actress, a writer, a vet. All the usual things a child could want to be. A YouTuber. But at some point when I was growing up, I lost that part of me. When did that? I stopped walking. Jared immediately stopped too, looking at me in concern. So you don't know?
What? Oh, no, I don't.
I stopped thinking about the future after... That's okay, me neither.
No, you? But you're... you!
Yep, I'm me. He scratched his neck and looked away. Scott! Sacre gasp! Sour meat, you've been Scott this whole time? But if Sour meat is Scott, who's Scott Gaming Station? He didn't go on either. Are you not going to explain? Do you actually want to hear this? He said it with more force than I expected. He turned to face me, eyes shining. Do you?
Yes, that's why I asked.
What was going on with him? Was he always like this? No, he wasn't. He was usually so much. And now he was being much, but he was a very different kind of much. My mother wants me to inherit the Institute, of course. There's no one but me who can do it. I'm not so sure. I think I'd rather go into entertainment.
Really? That's so cool!
He chuckled. Is it? There's not a good likelihood that I'll end up in anything more than a few commercials. Maybe small-town plays or some restaurant in Osaka. You and Skull discussed it a bit. I can tell you with 100% assurance, Sour Meat is not Scott. I have streamed with Scott, and Sour Meat has chimed in. Scott has also written some things that Scott would never write. Scott would not write down swear words, and Sour Meat has written down some has swear words, extremely sexual things, and that just ain't Scott. So, I'm afraid, Alan, your accusation may be a bit off. See, even SETI Games knows what's up.
With your Alex, no.
I'm just being practical. You're being dumb.
You're usually so confident. You have absolute faith in yourself. Why not now, with this? If it were about anyone else, you'd tell them to keep going until they made it happen, right? Well, same here. If you worked hard enough and are good enough and don't give up, you'll definitely make it. I believe that.
He passed through a surprising mixtures of emotions before my eyes. Eventually, he sighed again. You're right. I should believe in myself. And maybe you'll figure out exactly what you want to do, too.
Yeah.
Game theory, Sour Meat's true identity. I watched that episode. Hello and welcome to Game Theory. Today, have you ever wondered who Sour Meat really is? Now, there's a lot of theories going out throughout the internet. For example, one of them is Scott, but Sour Meat is a bit much, and Scott is not. But one thing that we never considered, Sour Meat is actually Chet. Think about it. The time that Sour Meat got banned, Chet immediately unbanned him when he got home to a computer where he could undo it. But that's just a theory. A lame theory. We paused in front of the door. I wanted to whack myself with my own obi. You can hit someone with an obi? I wasn't sure how it happened, but I really botched things up. This was probably one of the most awkward dates he had ever been on. Well, here we are.
Yep, here we are.
Suddenly, he jumped back away from me. Oh!
What?
Nothing. I'd love to be able to spend more time with you, but I have something I need to practice for. I stared at him and waved his hand the way he had. Don't worry, you'll find out about it soon enough. But Hana, he clasped my hand in his. Thank you so much. He was staring into the depths of my soul, as if I did him a huge service.
You're welcome?
You're welcome! Was hanging out with Jared always gonna be this weird? Really, I mean it. I love this. You don't know how much it means to me. I guess not. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye. He let go of my hands and dashed off, a small cloud of dust trailing at his feet. Well, that was a fun date, all in all. I think. Officer Booker. By the time I got back, the sun was setting.
Oh, Mai!
Mai was lying on her bed facing the wall. She was already in her PJs. Didn't she say she was going to the festival with someone else? No.
Hana, you're back already? Ready? The festival is still going. Yeah. We were just together for the day. Jared said he had some other stuff to work on. Oh, I see. Did you not go? Oh,
I heard shuffling from her bunk.
I went, but I left pretty quickly.
Oh, Cat couldn't treat you to a good night on the town? What is this? It's only that greatest game ever, Asagao Academy. Just ask Emerald Ninja. He gave it a 9 out of 10. His Metacritic score, whatever. Farewell, Tristan. Plus, I didn't want to get roped into helping Miss Shizuka sell flowers. She'd been crazy ever since her boyfriend broke up with her.
Another one?
Yeah. An awkward silence filled the room. I really wanted to talk to her about what happened, but I felt like I was going to explode. But maybe that wasn't a good idea. I crawled into my bed. Mai said it was alright, but she'd liked Jared for a while. It was kind of her to let me go to the festival with him, but I guess it would have been unreasonable to do it otherwise. Wouldn't it? Or should I have gone? Or should I have not gone? Rustling came from above me. Mai's hair appeared over the side of her bunk.
Hiya.
This game is like quicksand. After a while, it'll kill ya. Sour Meat is in a good mood tonight. A pair of lively green eyes. Green? They look more yellow or gold or auburn.
So, how did it go? It was amazing!
A second too late, I realized I probably should restrain myself.
I mean, you know, he's a cool guy and I've never been on a date before. So it was pretty interesting.
He's very suave. Clearly green. That's gosh darn yellow. That's green. That's green. That's yellow. That's yellow. That's yellow. That's yellow. Maybe slightly green, but I wouldn't go with clearly green. Oh, dang. Fire Emblem on Fates on Classic? Wait. Conquest or anything else? Ah, enjoy your feast! Your feast, Alan Trojek! Olive green. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta ask Dr. Google. Olive green. Oliver green. I think it's more of a darker yellow, kind of like my hair color on my YouTube channel.
He's so cute.
He's so
Beautiful. Really, there's no other person I could approve of him dating. If it wasn't you, I'd probably kill her! The anger behind her voice made me question if it was really a joke.
But we're not officially dating yet, you know?
Yeah. I suppose he could have messed it up badly enough that he'd never want to see you again. That's probably why he hovered around and walked you back. So you noticed. It smells like him. I self-consciously smelled myself, getting nothing but the scent of smoke. She's a yandere. Yandere simulator where you get to play as Mai and you have to go after Hana to get Jared-senpai.
Oh, Hana, my adorable friend, finally finding a man who understands how wonderful you are. I'm glad you had fun. If you didn't...
She pounded her fist menacingly. Back to the yandere comment.
No, it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Don't kill him.
What all did you do? I filled her in on the date. The flowers, the conversations, and Jared's compliments. Mai whistled.
He is suave as heck.
Told ya. This called for a celebration, Hana. We have to celebrate. Let's go for ice cream soon.
Sure.
What a good friend she was. Dang it! I was trying to break her heart and fill those eyes with tears, and I failed.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna shower.
I definitely mine. I want to smell you forever. Cat! Cat, where are you? Did she already leave? You are the worst. Maybe I should save that line just to show Cat. You're the worst. You're worse than Hitler. The halls in the bathroom were completely barren of girls. It seemed like everyone was out at the festival with friends or boyfriends. Yeah, I was trying. I wanted mine to be saltier too. Did mine really go? Something told me she hadn't. What song is this? I don't know. I don't think it's the theme, because the theme, or at least the one that mine was sound like more like Fire with Flames. Da, 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 da. Oh! Actually, that is the theme song. That's the English part when someone starts singing. Yeah, okay. I get it. I hung my towel in the closet and turned to ask Mai what she did at the festival when I saw her. Oh, is she salty now? She noticed me looking at her. Hey, I'm going to bed, alright? Yeah, okay, I'll turn in too. I turned off the light and crossed the room, curling into bed. Mai wasn't okay with this after all. But even after knowing how sad Mai was, I was still happy that he had asked me instead of her. Yes, yes, Hana is just as evil as I am. Here comes the salt, the S-A-L-T. Feel the burn, Mai. Jared was a wonderful guy for more reasons than his irresistible attractiveness. Most people probably couldn't tell, but there was something deeper in Jared. Something genuine trying to get out. The salt, the pepper. Do we have salt and pepper emojis? Let's go to the foods. Not seeing any salt or pepper. How about a cantaloupe and milk? There we go. Dang it, Skull Plays, you beat me to it! Oh! Gonna get Mai's tears in a mug? That'd probably be better. Bunch of rice emojis. Yeah, what do we got? Where's a big mug? Yes, a drink to your health. A drink to Ace, Jack of Aces. Fire. No dirty talk, Tower. Mai shifted above me, and a pang struck my heart. As sad as she was, I couldn't deny that I was happy, and that thought only made me feel better. Chapter 2. I woke the next morning to the sound of Mai's hairdryer. Actually, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. Alright, what have you kind of trouble have you hooligans been getting into while I was gone? Chapter 2? How many chapters are there? Do not worry, Emerald Ninja. I was afraid that when you saw that you would have a goat, and in all fairness, you did. But I believe there are 3 chapters, but chapter 3 and 2 are probably combined are shorter than chapter 1. So worry not, my dear child. There will not be 3 months of Asagao Academy. The sound of Mai's hairdryer.
Oh, sorry, Hana. Mimi was using all the outlets once again.
What a jerk.
Why can't that girl learn to blow dry her hair instead of straight using 4 different straightening irons? It's beyond me. You're fine.
I got dressed, watching Mai from the corner of my eye. She seemed so energetic as usual. In fact, almost too energetic. Ah, Alan returns! I wondered whether the issue with Jared was still bothering her.
It's so dumb that we have a class the day after the festival. Like, who does that? Obviously, Asagao does.
Dumb school. Prestige. Whatever. Shizuka will probably be hungover, so it's not like we'll have to try. Whew! Maybe it wasn't. Regardless, whether it was or it wasn't, Maya was trying to behave normally around me. I should do the same for her. Wait, what happened to the Jared and Paul posters? And then I was all like, just leave me alone. And I threw sour meat on him.
You what?
Yeah, Absol Knight, we need something to drink. You and me are both getting really thirsty. Whoa. Did you guys ban him while I was gone? Absol Knight redacted one of our customers, but comments, but it doesn't look like he got banned. Is he saying something? I can't see. Oh yeah, he's back up. He's got back to his old account. You're literally dying. It's too bad. Yeah, well, he totally deserved it. You can't just go stalking people when they turn you down. That's creepy. Oh, thanks for the advice, Mai. I did not know that.
Hana!
Mimi ran up to me the minute I walked in the door, eyes wide. What?
What's wrong? Is everything okay?
I glanced around the room. Everyone, including PBG, John, and Shane, was watching me in complete silence. Hey, what's going on? You have a problem with my friend?
No, it's...
She stepped to the side. Behind her, I saw my desk covered with a bouquet of beautiful pink and white and yellow flowers.
Oh, Jared!
What? Is that... Nobody said anything. Even Mai was completely speechless. Oh, Absol Knight, this might be just what we need to get our drinks. I slowly approached my desk as if waiting for a gerbil to pop out of the bouquet and attack. The gentle fragrance of the flowers wafted upon me. Oh, Smith Shizuka is gonna be mad at me. What is this game? Only the pimpest game ever! Asagao Academy!
This is unbelievably beautiful.
The flowers were arranged in such a way that the smaller flowers and the larger ones complemented each other. They were more beautiful together than they were on their own. I couldn't stop looking at them. Something white poked out from between the 2 pink and yellow flowers.
A card?
I fished it out. It was cream with gold embroidering. No company names were listed. Instead, it read... Oh gosh, dang it, I've never tried to pronounce Jared's last name. Alright. Nabenbauer? Nabenbauer. We'll go with Nabenbauer. That seems like a good, a guess. I opened the card. A brief message, handwritten in flowing loops and smooth lines, read. Hana, Thank you so much for attending the flower festival with me. I could not have had a lovelier time than with someone as beautiful in both heart and mind as yourself. The pink flowers are amaryllis. They symbolize shyness. The white flowers are anemones. They symbolize sincerity. The yellow ones are gardenias. They symbolize how I feel about you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Jared. Dang. I jumped. Mai held up a hand.
It's fine, Hana. These are amazing. You must have really impressed him. Come on, Absol Knight and I are thirsty. I guess so. So they are from Jared. Yeah, they are. My best friend went to the flower festival with him. You got a problem with it?
Mimi's face clearly indicated she did. Whatever. She slunk off to her own chair.
Hana, this is great. He's head over heels for you. Really?
Why? Mai shook her head.
I'm really happy for you. Do you like them? Yeah, I do. Yeah, this is amazing. I didn't expect it at all.
It must be because we were in different classes, so he won't get to see you. Congratulations, though. Miss Shizuka walked in, barely registering the commotion surrounding my desk. Class, get in your seats and self-study or something. Yep, she's hungover. Let me try that again, exasperated. Class, get in your seats and self-study or something. Oh, shoot, is that some, emojis? Dancer. Male dancer. Straight couple kissing, atomic family, tons of clapping and arrows. That's how RPG broadcaster announces his arrival. Is Sour just fighting himself now? You're completely fine with that? Fight me, Faker! Faker? You're not even good enough to be my fake! Told you she'd be hungover. The sound of Mai's voice, Shizuka looked up. What's going on over there? I tried to hide the bouquet behind my back, but I was too tiny to cover them. I see how it is. So someone sent you flowers, did they? Uh-oh. Chokey. Million years dungeon. No trials. She came over towards me, an evil gleam in her eye. Seems like some boy who loves you, does he? Incorrect!
Men.
All men are scum who will leave you at the first sign of an age line. Just remember what I said, Hana, you poor thing. Someday you'll feel the heartbreak and you will understand. I didn't feel like that was the case, but I didn't think saying so would be particularly helpful. Class, just do something else today. Shizuka slumped over her desk, resting her head on the table, seemingly going to sleep. Whoa, that was bad. See, even Shizuka's jealous. I shrugged. Might as well get to work. Although throughout class I was distracted by the sweet scent of Jared's flowers. Oh, he went to Jared's. Every time I looked at Mai, she was staring through the window, a slight frown on her face. Come on, Absol and I need some water. Yes, Absol. You know what it's all about. You my buddy. We know what's up. Shame crawled down the back of my neck. You feel your sins crawling on your back. But what else could I really do? I glanced at the flowers again. At the very least, I should thank him for the flowers when class is over. That way, Mai could have some time to herself, too. Class was finally over. Miss Shizuka slunk out of the room, and students began standing and stretching. Hey, Mai, is it okay if you go back to the dorm without me? Yeah, of course. I have to get ready for practice anyways.
Later.
I'll see you later. Mai left the room, her smile quickly fading. I gathered up my flowers and was about to leave the classroom when... Hana, is Mai okay? Not really. What happened? I glanced down at the flowers in my hand. He looked at them with a puzzled expression, but seeing the card tucked inside them, his eyes winced. Oh! Hey, Absol, I know we wanted some, Mai tears, but we might be able to... Will you settle for some PBG tears? It looks like we can get some of those. Yeah. Oh! She said she was alright, and she's cheering me on, but she's clearly bummed about it. I feel terrible. That's really hard. I don't know what to do. I don't know if there's anything you can do. I don't think she'd want you to stop for her sake. He rubbed his chin thoughtfully. He rubbed his goatee thoughtfully. You know, maybe it'll help to have someone she can talk to. I'll go check on her. Oh, shoot, dang, is PBG and Mai gonna hook up? That'd be awesome!
Really?
Would you really? PBG and Mai never seemed particularly close to me. Sure, I can't just watch someone be so sad all the time.
Thank you, PBG.
See ya. No problem. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. PBG tears are at half price. They're like McDonald's tears. The good stuff's at Wendy's. Well, yeah, you have a point, but we'll take what we can get. We're really thirsty. Mai's putting on a strong face for us, so we can't really, lap it up. That was really kind of him, and a weight off my shoulders. PBG was right. At this point, there was nothing I could really do to be helpful for her. Trying to hide my happiness would only make both of us feel guilty. I hope he helps. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If a guy goes to a girl who's emotionally struggling over a guy, they are so gonna hook. They are so gonna hook up. Sour Meat's taking your job, Alan. He's taking your purpose. Don't you feel like you've lost something important to you? Fighting Sour Meat, and now he's just doing it himself? Shaking my head, I left the classroom and started searching for Jared. Oh, Jared! Now that I thought about it, I didn't really know where Jared hung out. I checked by his classroom and his class's lockers, but he was nowhere to be found. He wasn't in the campus center, nor the ice cream shop. Could they be having a meeting? Was I allowed to go into the club room? I wasn't a member after all. I inched towards the Normal Boots door of the Normal Boots club room. That was PBG's voice. That's great. I love it. Let's write angst fan fictions about PBG and Mai. Rated M for Guess you'll need a gun and a top hat? Oh, noob stick! I don't wanna block you. Block, put in timeout. I wanna put you in timeout. Think about your life, noob stick. You like to fight with some glass. Whatever, let's get Loud bangs and screams were echoing from within. I didn't know what they were doing. I wasn't quite sure I wanted to find out. Oh, remove. Oh, I couldn't remove it because Steady Games beat me to the punch. All that was left was block and put in timeout. But the scent of flowers in my hands reminded me of Jared's kindness. I had to try. I knocked on the doors and spoke as loudly as I could without yelling.
Excuse me, is Jared in there?
Perfect, Hana, you're just in time. He grabbed my arm and dragged me in the room, pulling the doors shut behind me. Inside, Shane, Jared, John, and all of Continue were standing on top of their desks. Shane's tie was pulled around his head as if he were drunk. John was wearing his normal boots jacket like a cape. Meanwhile, the Continue were gripping on to each other for dear lives. They'd formed a human pyramid. What was going on? Welcome back, the real gamer. Alas, I turned to Jared in confusion. The mayor has finally arrived. Please, tell us how you were able to save us from the scourge that is risen above water, city of Atlantis. I gaped at him. A grunt came from behind me. I turned to see Shane pulling his tie back around his neck. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. I don't think non-members should be allowed in the club room. Oh, come on, Shane. I jumped. What had taken to be an oddly carved statue lamp was Gerard actually holding a lampshade above his head? Hana's basically a member. No, she's competing in the tournament with us for right now. She's not a member. Yet. Jared folded his arms. Everyone take 5. As Normal Boots members climbed off their desks in an awkward silence, the jovial mood killed. Jared gestured me to the door. I'm sorry about that, Hana.
No, that's okay. I mean, he had a point. I'm not a member.
No, but that didn't give him the right to be rude about it.
Yeah.
I paused. Something on your mind?
No.
Well, it seems like he never really liked me.
Are you going to thank him for the flowers? Jared ran his hand through his hair. When he finished, it was somehow even more perfect than before. Jared is kind of a jerk. RPG broadcaster has been sour meat the whole time. Oh, maybe that was the fighting. Did you... Wait, no, you wouldn't have just showed up right now. You would have been there to referee the fight. The one true sour meat. Try not to take anything Shane says seriously. He has a bad history with girls, so it takes him a while for him to warm up to them. Just try not to take it personally. A bad history with girls? That might explain his behavior, but is that really good enough reason to be mean? We are all sour meat. It's kind of like at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy 1s. It says, I am sour meat. I am sour meat. No, sour meat, you'll die! We are sour meat. But I had problems making friends after leaving my old school. Maybe I shouldn't judge. Maybe I shouldn't judge.
I'll try.
Thanks, Hana.
But, can you tell me what's going on in there?
In there? Oh! not expression came over Jared. His mouth was scrunched like he was trying not to smile. Was he blushing? That's something called improv.
Improv?
Improvisation. It's kind of like a branch of theater work. It involves creating scenes on the spur of the moment. It sounds easy, but you have to try to make a coherent scene that has a conflict, beginning and ending, all while remembering that you are not negating your teammates before you've created.
Blushy, blushy.
So we were doing an exercise about always saying yes to the situation. As you saw, it can get a little crazy.
No doubt.
You should try it sometimes. I think you'd quite enjoy it. Now, Hana is certainly not suited for it. I am. I like it. Let's see Hana if she can coming out of her cage and she's doing just fine. Gotta be down because she got it all.
It seems like a lot of fun, but I don't think it'll be happening anytime soon. With the way Shane and I are.
You make a good point. Despite the fact that I basically rejected him, Jared seemed happier than ever before. It's probably for the best.
He was so cute when he smiled
That it almost burned. I looked down to avoid his beauty and was reminded of the flowers in my hands.
Oh, I came by to say thank you for the flowers. They're so beautiful. No one's ever done something like this to me before.
Oh, dang, new song? Sounds all noir. I just realized that he has 2 buttons undone and is wearing a tie. Jared waved a hand through the air. Don't thank me. I'm actually sorry for them.
What? Why?
I was trying to find flowers as beautiful for you as you, but it was impossible. Oh, you cheeky, suave devil, you.
You?
Jared reached a hand towards my face, closing the different distance between us. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's all alone in her time of need. The only mod left is that Alan's here, right? Oh, wait, no, he left. Steady games. Well, RPG broadcaster might still be here. He's just keeping a low profile. Jared reached a hand down towards my face, closing the distance between us.
Was he going to...
Hey, guys.
Jared, you son of a... Jared sucked the air between his teeth. Try reading the atmosphere sometimes, bud.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Air pressure is always the same. Atmosphere. Never mind. See, look at that. RPG broadcasters got some what were they? Emojis, some seasonal emojis. Chicken blocked. Chet almost cussed. Sour meat. By the way, I deleted your comment that you left on my Zelda video about you clearly heard me say a swear. I should have responded to it saying you probably didn't hear me say the F word because I've never used that word in my life. So using it while I can control the scene, while I have complete control over the final edit, ain't gonna happen. The only chance you will ever hear me cuss is on stream. And here's the thing, I don't cuss, so it's not gonna just slip out. That's just what I wanted to say. Never mind.
Bye.
Looks like I've gotta go, Hana. I'll be seeing you around.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Jared might have been upset about being interrupted, but I wasn't. I don't know that I could have managed whatever was about to happen next. As screams emanated from the club room again, I scurried home, certain I resembled a walking tomato. Oh, red. Pure red. When I finally made it back to the dorms, I let out a sigh of relief. That was a much busier day than I expected. I tried the door to the room. It was locked. Weird. I wasn't back by now? Shaking my head, I pulled out my keys to unlock the door.
Kakuzo! Those flowers were so pretty though!
There's just no way.
I paused my hand, hovering over the keyhole. Oh! You know what? Hana, you are too emotionally insecure to hear this. You better stop. You better open the door. You better make yourself known. You better stop yourself from hearing the conversation. They were talking about me?
Do you really think they're an official coupled pairing? Of course not. Jared is a god compared to Hana. There's no way he'd be interested in someone like her.
Oh, really?
Then where'd I get the flowers, scumbag?
I unlocked the door quickly and rushed inside. The last thing I heard before I shut the door was Kakuso saying, "Yeah, you're right." Ellipses. Don't cry, just get annoyed with them. I set the flowers down on my desk and turned into my vanity's mirror.
Maybe. They were right.
I glanced at the flowers on my desk. They were already starting to wilt. Oh man! My stretched in front of me. I'm so tired of sitting around inside. It'd been a few weeks since school started. The cold, early spring weather was gradually shifting into a warm, lazy summer. The campus outside was overrun with wildlife. Butterflies, squirrels, and the like. We stood together, staring out the open cafeteria window. A small gust of wind blew through, carrying its scent of fresh-cut grass.
What do you say we sit outside and eat today?
Yeah!
Oh gosh, yes! Thank you, Hana, thank you!
We carefully carried our trays to a grassy nook on campus. Getting soup was not the best idea. I don't know if we're getting any, Absol. She's too good of an actor. Besides, she got some PBG, so I don't think so. It took me a long while. It took me so long getting there that Mai already went to our dorm and back. Now she sat on the ground with the blanket.
Heyo.
It's about time. I'll say.
Okay, while you were gone, I was thinking we should play a game. She kneeled on the grass and broke open my chopsticks.
A game?
What about I Spy? I think she already had an idea planned out.
No.
She took a bite out of her ham sandwich.
That's way too boring.
How about we abduct a crocodile and put it in Mimi's bathtub? Oh, that game, yes. Such a fun game, Mai. I choked on my ramen.
Are you kidding me? No, is that not a good prank? I suppose we could also, like, go into her room and clean it up or something.
These aren't games. These are pranks, bro. Whoa, 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 hold on. I just realized she has red hair, but black eyebrows.
She'd never know who did it.
Mai. She was a regular Winston when it came to pranks. I slurped my broth of ramen, chicken flavored, nice and savory. Is that a regular saying? I've never heard of that. Winston, so cigarettes? Huh. Yeah, I don't think that's a turn of phrase. See, I was thinking either Winston Churchill or Winston from Overwatch, but that doesn't really... That's a good thing to be. And actually, these weren't prank ideas. These were game ideas. Prank in the hood gone wrong. So, we snuck into Mai's room to... Mimi's room to clean it all up. But then we got beat up by a bunch of Trump supporters. What the heck?
Hey.
How about Ninja? Ninja? What's that? I sprang to my feet. I know Ninja. That's the game where you can only move one at a time and you try to chop off the other people's feet and hands.
I challenge you to battle!
Mai jumped backwards from her sitting position, landing on her feet a few spaces away. I don't know what it means, but okay.
How could that be?
Mai somehow managed to jump exactly a yard away, too far for physical attacks. But just enough far that she could reach you with a long-range weapon.
I see you know Sayoko style of the martial arts. Yes, I was raised in a warrior monk temple after my parents were killed in a mugging. Too bad for you that I know a style capable of destroying Sakio style. Mustard comfy! No! Hi!
I jumped over the picnic blanket and landed next to her.
To make this a fair fight, we must take turns. First, I attack. You dodge. But you can only make one movement. Then the system repeats with you attacking. I'm not sure
I swiped at her right shoulder with my hand. She dodged to the right.
Of course you do.
She swiped at my stomach. I stepped back. I see.
It is only a matter of time before you are down for.
Hey, what's going on over here? Oh! We're gonna be embarrassed, aren't we? Unless we get him to join the game. And there was such an epic samurai battle. When I defeated her, I could have tasted the salty tears of defeat. Gosh, dang it. Live stream's getting weebier and weebier by the second. Screaming, Mai slammed the back of her hand into BBG's face. Oh, dang! Oh no! Let me see. Was there a sound for that? Yes, there was! GG. RIP.
Oh no! PBG, are you okay?
PBG collapsed to the ground, revealing Jared behind him, doubled over in laughter. That was amazing! Mai, you should be proud. You just pimp slapped BBG to death. It's fine. You have really good reflexes, Mai.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Mai grabbed PBG's face, inspecting it for bruises. Yeah, how are you ever gonna get with PBG if you're... Watch out, PBG. She's physically abusive. From the look of pain on his face, her doing that only made it worse. Jared stepped around them and came standing next to me. What were you guys doing?
We were playing a game of Ninja.
How embarrassing. Caught playing around like a couple of children. To my surprise, Jared's face lit up. Ninja? What's that? Sounds awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
You should play with... Oh, come on. 4-way game of Ninja. 4-way game of Ninja. Mai sprang up behind us out of nowhere, PBG at her side. I mean, if you're up for it... Oh, the Ninja Clans! The Ninja Clans should battle each other! PBG and Mai versus Hana and Jared. That'd be so cool! Please. She glanced sheepishly at PBG. Sure, it sounds... Oh, we're gonna get a sleep... We're gonna get it... Don't feel bad, May. It was just my luck. Besides, now I know who to call if I ever need a bodyguard. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, it's a shame that it has to happen in a dating sim and we can't actually watch it or participate, but still, that'd be great. We laughed as Mai blushed, but
Seriously.
That's probably the truest statement I've heard all day. Why'd you guys come out here anyway?
we saw you two beautiful girls were missing and had to come see what you were up to. There's no way I could survive without your beauty to shine light on me.
In that case,
I aimed a sharp jab at Jared's thigh. He jumped back and reappeared a few feet away as a blur.
how did you do that?
Unlike you two, who were raised to be stealthy seductresses, I was raised by a small fleet of humanoid cheetahs. We'll see about that. That's so cool. Okay. That was fun. Playing Ninja with PBG, Jared, and Mai. That was fun, even though, you know, it was only through text. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
That was fun. We should do it again.
Jared leaned up on his elbow and smiled down at me. Yes, we should. Well, time to head to class. I'll see you ladies later. See ya, PBG. He waved and sauntered away. PBG whistled. Smooth as ever, that guy. No wonder he's got such a big head. I wish I knew how to sparkle. How long have we been streaming for? We can keep going for a little while more. Class that day consisted of kind of busy work. You only joined the stream today? I could have swear I've seen you several times, Noobstick. Okay, class that day kind of consisted of busy work. We all gathered around a collection of desks that were pushed together in the center of the room. In front of us was a map grid. A group of red ruffians was on one end, while our own forces were on a what? There were a bunch of different classes. Great knights, priests, lords, tacticians. We were supposed to find a way to kill the ruffians without losing any of our own troops. Why were we doing this again? Asagao wasn't a military academy. I was trying to focus on the task, but I kept getting distracted by Mai. It happened again. She kept looking across the room, making that face. But in the jumble of PBG. She's getting with PBG. Wait. Shane, BBG, John, Ian, and Luke were all standing in a bunch across the room. I think I have an idea. What exactly was going on? Seeing as you have no need to write down your strategy, Miss Sasaki, I expect you've already memorized the function of each of your troops? This one right here. She gestured to the pink-haired soldier. What is this one's function on the battlefield? Crap, I didn't know this at all. She hated strategy assignments. I inched closer and muttered out the answer in the corner of my mouth. She's a dancer. She raises the morale of the other troops, and so they get to move an extra Oh, I thought it might be Fire Emblem. I guess that's a... Oh, what's her name? What's her name? The dancer... Olivia. They... No, just one of them. Well done, Miss Sasaki. You should write that down. My sighed in relief. Thanks, Hana. The rest of our class buried... She buried herself in her notebook, scribbling her tactics without ever looking up. It took quite a bit of effort to get out of the classroom without being murdered by 15 jealous fangirls. I had no idea Jared was so popular around Asagao. I mean, sure, he was insatiably attractive, charismatic, kind, and smooth as all get out. Okay, maybe I should have seen this one coming. Still, there was no reason they should have anything out for me. It was one festival date. It wasn't like we were official, well, also you played ninja. An image of Jared and I holding hands down a crowded Broadway edged itself into my mind. No, get a grip on yourself, Hana. And then she gets killed. Wait, what? With some effort, I refocused onto Mai, who was chatting away to me happily. Of course, she was in the wrong. I mean, who goes into space without being convinced an alien will break into their ship and murder them? Astronauts? She bounced her on her heels, beaming and gesturing with the characteristic of wild enthusiasm. It was like night and day compared to the distant daydreaming I'd seen before. What happened to make her so happy?
3 letters. P. B. G.
She was acting all weird during class, but had I missed something? Hey, what's that? She pointed to our door. A thick beige envelope tapped into the white wood. Mai snapped it before I get a close look at it.
What?
Holy crap, it's engraved and it's addressed to you. She ran her hand over to the front and then handed it to me. It was heavy, almost as if made of parchment paper. P-B-G. To Hana was across the front in an elegant golden scrawl. Mai and I retreated into our dorm, away from any potential prying eyes. Well, open it! I tore open the envelope and pulled out a single page of thick, fluffy paper. What? Whoa, this is soft. It was handwritten, using some sort of glistening ink. Whatever it was, it looked expensive. To Lady Hana Mizuno. It is with our greatest and humblest pleasure that we entreat your presence. Ask something earnestly. Okay, so we ask your presence. There's a public tea ceremony happening tomorrow. It says that I'm invited, and I can bring whoever I want, but that my presence is particularly requested. And it wasn't signed by anyone. It sounds like it's probably Gerard's parents.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool! Are you gonna go? I set the letter on my desk. Sure, it was neat and everything, but it also made me really uncomfortable. I didn't like heading into situations where I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't even know who it was that wanted me to come to this sort of thing. Well, only if you'll come with me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
It could be Jared. I think it could be Jared, but he would have signed it. It's probably Jared's family because they have that tea ceremony school. Mai danced around our room, punching the air. This is gonna be awesome! Yeah, but who the heck went through all this effort and, well, money without saying who they are and why? Mai chuckled. I guess you'll find out. That laugh could have been mine? Probably not. But Mai's family is rich. We talked about that. Why would I be singled out to get invited to a Japanese tea ceremony of all things? Birthright wasn't bad. I thought it was all right. Revelation really got on my nerves, but Conquest was so gosh dang good. I loved that one. It was so different from any other story I'd ever seen. No TP? Don't let Katrina hear you saying stuff like that. Okay, this has gone too far. Wait, I didn't read that. Not that tea ceremonies were interesting, but I was a new student. The last time something like this had happened, it ended up being an elaborate prank. If you could call turning into a literal piñata a prank. That sounds like murder. Maybe things would be better this time, though. Though I was probably just overthinking it. You guys are going to the ceremony tonight, right?
Yeah.
Of course, man. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Hold on, sorry, I got a little distracted right there. Great, I'll see you there. Maybe we can sit with each other. You bet. Oh, come on, PBG, you gotta sit with Mai. Who's ready for Echoes? Yeah, Echoes is gonna be great. If you pre-order it from GameStop and then buy some DLC when you pick it up, you get a poster. And so I'm definitely gonna do that. Oh, this is Kakuso? She's pretty cute.
I'm going early so I can get a good seat.
You're so lucky. I have tennis practice tonight, so I can't go. Ah, so it'll be an excellent party. Take pictures for me, okay? Oh, I changed my mind. She looks evil. Okay, but you'll have to pay. What? And she's a good. Now, children, settle down. I know it's a big night, but don't forget you have homework. Jeez, what kind of school is this? Kids getting excited about a tea ceremony. When I was your age? Well, I'm still your age. Never mind. Miss Mizuno, please sit down. You're distracting the class. Sorry. I stared at the floor as I rushed to my seat. Mai leaned over to me, whispering in my ear. What was that about? Why does everybody know about the ceremony? Oh, well, Jared's the one who's doing it, of course, so now, of course it's a big deal now. Echoes is selling really bad in Japan. Oh, that's not good. Because people really wanted Echoes. People wanted a return to, what's called form, to classic Fire Emblem. And if it doesn't sell well, we're gonna get more waifu bait. Which, let me be honest, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with new Fire Emblem. That's where I started. It revitalized the whole series. Unfortunately, the vocal minority of classic Fire Emblem fans are gonna have to deal with the new Fire Emblem because you gotta follow the money. Look, your precious series would be dead. Would you be happier with mediocre games or no games at all? You know, the old games still exist. You can still get those. Echoes will exist, but unfortunately, if it's selling badly in Japan, it's probably going to do worse in America. So, we're probably not going to get any more revitalized Fire Emblem and just get more waifu bait. Sorry. let's hear Emerald Ninja's on it. It looks like he's old school Fire Emblem. Of course, we haven't had the game yet, so that is a good point. Echo's original game wasn't released in North America, so it might sell better here. Jared!
You.
Miss Mizuno, would you like to tell us why you're yelling a man's name into the classroom? No, sorry! I stood and bowed, then sat down again. Mai was snickering in her seat behind me. Jared was doing the ceremony? Did that mean my invitation was from him? If it was, why did he want me to come? I didn't remember him mentioning anything about... Oh... My family owns a school for traditional Japanese arts. Does this have to do with that? Maybe the school asked him to put it on. But still, why me? I'm starting to lose my voice. Emerald, your dreams, all of your dreams are coming true. Oh, okay. That's just interesting to hear. I'm glad you told me that, Emerald Ninja. See, it almost feels dirty saying on the internet, I liked the new Fire Emblem, because I'm afraid that a swarm of angry locusts is going to descend upon me and tear my skin from my bones. I felt stupid getting worked up about something like this. Shaking my head, I focused on the algebra in front of me. It was just tea, no big deal. As soon as class ended, excited chattering burst out again. I'll meet you in front of the theater. We can go together. Ugh. I'd be happy with this all over. Mai and I gathered our things and went our way when...
Hana.
Hey, Hana! PBG and John jumped in front of us, blocking the way to the door.
Hey.
How you guys doing? Doing good, you guys? How are you guys? Doing good, you guys? We're fine.
Ah.
You're good? You got 4 people on the screen. And an ellipses. What was going on? John kept glancing at Oh, are they gonna mug me? John kept glancing at PBG out of the corner of his eyes, and PBG was visibly sweating. Ew. Well, you are going to the tea ceremony tonight.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Although the thought of avoiding it altogether had crossed my mind. They both let out something suspiciously, like a sigh of relief.
What's going on here?
What? You guys are acting strange. No, guys, we need to bring back Thracia 776. It has the greatest Fire Emblem character in all of human history. Glade. You guys are acting strange. Very strange. They're always strange, Hana. Good point. Oh, no, it's just... We were wondering if you wanted to go there together. You guys go together. It kind of freaks me out going to a super formal events like that by myself. Really? Going to the tea ceremony? Flanked by the normal boots guys? Sign me up. No one would dare touch me while I was with them.
Yeah.
Sure, that sounds great. But Mai is PBG's bodyguard. Cool, we'll meet you in front of the dorm. Sound good?
Long coup.
That's a weird autocorrect of Long Coup. No, man. Glade. Glade all the way. Here, I'll say it out loud so that you don't have to think that my phone took control. Glade. Glou apostrophe QU. Glade. See you then. Oh, geez. You can't count on them for anything. What do you mean? You know, they're just so weird. There's no hope for them. It was a little harsh, but she kind of had a point. Do you think we should wear our kimono? No. Oh, I'd like to see Mai in a kimono. That'd be awesome. Normally you'd wear a kimono, but isn't that too formal? I guess we're just watching, too. Mai giggled. Yeah, we're just watching. Mai, do you know something?
Uh-huh.
I know lots of things. For example, Shane sucks his thumb when he sleeps. How do you know that? How did you? Yeah. I have my wait. What? Sometimes Mai was just a little bit scary. She checked the clock resting on my nightstand. We should probably head out. Don't want to be late. Glade. We want Glade. Glade, Glade, Glade. Yeah. Yeah. The chat is in a riot. Glade. Glade. GLOU. Apostrophe QU. Glade. Glade, 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 Glade. You're my honored guest, after all. Wait, huh? Oh, I'm an honored guest. I should probably wear my kimono. I put on my black Asagao loafers and followed Mai to the doorway.
Mai, why aren't we leaving?
She was standing with one hand on the doorknob, deep in thought.
Well, I was just wondering. What do you think of
PBG!
PBG? Where is this coming from?
Mai inspected the doorknob.
Well, PBG's really kind and he's very friendly. So friendly, it's almost like we've known each other for years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Why do you ask? Do you find him attractive? Attractive?
Yeah. Visually appealing.
I don't know.
I don't know, he seems almost like a big brother to me. I mean, he's great and all, but he's nothing like Jared.
I froze with horror. Whoops! Did I just say that out loud?
Oh, Hana. No, I didn't.
Yeah!
Our Hana's got a crush.
Haven't we been over this already?
She just aired your biggest secret! You must be so embarrassed, Hana!
Hey guys. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was really, really good. I just want to put that out right now. You know, most sequels don't live up to their predecessors. This one, I think it managed it.
Yes, he's nothing like my beautiful Jared. Oh, Jared, no one could match up to you. Well, but it's fine, I get it. I'll let you off the hook, and I won't tell PBG what you said.
What?
Were you asking for him? La la, a good friend never reveals her secrets.
That's the opposite of friendship.
Whatever. Come on, hurry up. We're definitely gonna be late now. Whose fault was that?
We made it to the front of the boys' dorm. Just PBG and Satch were ambling out. Where's John? He probably had something he needed to do.
Hey, PBG, you'll never guess what Hana said.
I jumped and covered her mouth in my hands.
What was that? Nothing. You know how Mai gets.
Something wet and slimy hit the palm of my... She's licking my hand.
Yeesh! You licked me!
What the hell?
You were blocking my right of free speech! Yeah, come on, next time YouTube demonetizes Philip DeFranco's videos, he should just look... Actually, Philip DeFranco's done. Okay, the Sargon of Akkad should just lick YouTube. They have that in Japan, right? What?
What the hell?
Free speech? Well, whatever. It was rude. You were rude. Weren't you born in Japan? Yeah, but my creators weren't. Your parents? Let's just move on from this. I wiped my palm gingerly against my skirt. Disgusting. I see you're as lively as ever.
Yeah.
Of course we are. The tea ceremony's tonight, after all. Speaking of, we should get going.
We started off in the direction of the theater. All around us, herds of Asagao students made their way across the lawn. The dying sunlight cast long shadows across the ground, making it seem like an army of shadows were trying to take over the school.
This thing is really popular, isn't it?
Well, it is Jared doing it. I guess that's
to be expected of him.
ellipses. There were 4 of us, but it was all so quiet. I was sandwiched between PBG and Patch, with Mai on the opposite end. I could only see her by leaning past PBG's tall body. I didn't actually know what to say to start a conversation. So what? You heard of this Hitler guy? What's up with that? We talked plenty of times before, albeit in group settings. Why was it so awkward now? I tried to think up something to talk about, but when I searched my mind, I came up completely blank. No bright ideas were forming. It was like sifting through mud. Flutters of panic hit my throat. I needed to calm down. There was no need to be insecure. These people were my friends. They weren't going to think I was boring or anything just because I wasn't speaking. Ellipses. Or would they? The sunset sure is beautiful.
Yes, it is!
Very, very beautiful.
The most beautiful I've seen in a while.
Ugh. Silence again. But we were almost to the theater, so it didn't matter. Ah! Satch hit his fist into his other, as if he had just had an idea.
What's up?
I just got it! It seems like there'll be one thing coming to fruition tonight. More than one thing. Fruition? Lol. Silly Satch. T can't come to fruition. No, he's working on his virtual reality. And it's not like there's anything else that's happening tonight, right? You're so silly sometimes. Maybe it'd be better if you didn't talk, PBG. Noted. We finally reached the entrance to the theater. A storm of relief crashed over me. I was nervous for the ceremony, but after surviving that heck of a walk, it seemed like anything was possible. Satch opened one of the doors, and a blast of air-conditioned air hit me, fluttering my hair and skirt. After you, Hana? I gulped.
Here goes nothing.
The theater was filled to bursting with Asagao colors. Excited chattering filled the air, students shoving one another out of the way to get better seats. I thought that rich kids would be better behaved than students in my old school, but it seemed I was wrong. Satch, Pebiji, Mai, and stood on top of the steps, wondering where we should go. Look, there's our spots. 4 seats in the front were roped off with purple velvet. Small cards that wrote reserved sat on the chairs. Nice.
We're getting reserved seats?
Of course. You're the special guest after all. Well, where's John's seat? Or did Satch take it? A sinking feeling hit my stomach. And nerves bubbled in my throat. Both Morgan's birthday? Oh, shoot. I think it was Charlotte's birthday today, too. In Fire Emblem. Let me check it real quick. See, I got it right here. Where do I go to the character bios? It's down in the records hall, right? Library. Oh, unit roster. Where's Charlotte? Charlotte! Border Guard for Nor. Born on 5/4. Oh, it's the 5th. Yep, it was yesterday. We missed it. We trudged down the central passageways and scooted on to our seats.
Jared got us the best seats in the house. So, what did you guys know about this? Isn't it just his tea ceremony?
The crowd here was acting as if they were going to a football game, not to an elegant cultural display. Just wait and see. It'll be fine. Somehow, I doubted that. Whatever was happening, they were all in on it. Definitely. My mind flew in all directions, grasping at any explanation for the current situation. The only plausible one that I came up with was that Jared really wanted to serve me some tea. Or maybe he was just going to give some special announcement at the end of the ceremony. Some kind of monologue about... No, he wouldn't do that. I was way too shy for that kind of thing. Also, why in the world would Jared do something like that for me? As the girls in my class had so helpfully pointed out, I was nothing special. Painfully shy. Lurid. What is a lurid? Lurid. Very vivid colors, especially to create unpleasantly or harsh, unnatural effect. Lurid pink hair, and somehow possessing massive amounts of luck that took to befriend such amazing people as mine. Yeah, you have luck. Luck ain't a bad thing. Unless it's bad luck. To top it all off, I was poor as mud, and I didn't even properly belong to Asagao. It was much less with someone as suave and graceful as Jared. But still, that was to only one explanation that made sense. The lights dimmed in the theater. It's starting! I shoved my shoulder and I looked onto the stage. My questions would be answered soon enough. Oh, dang! Look at him. He's in I don't know what a guy's yukata is called. Is it samurai robes? I think they're samurai robes. Someone here is smart, right? And Google Dictionary? Let's play Google Dictionary! A spotlight appeared on stage. There. Oh, I guess it is a kimono. There stood Jared in a kimono, glistening the still theater air. The audience, contrary to my expectations, took him in with an awed hush. Jared's very presence was enough to calm the teeming masses. Good evening, my friends. A small murmur ran through the crowd. I distinctly heard one girl say, "He called us friends!" Jared waited for the stir to die down before continuing. Thank you all so much for coming. This is a great turnout. I didn't expect this at all. Thank you for your interest in the traditional arts. He bowed his head and a girl behind me sighed. I'm even more grateful that you all came out, because there is something very important I wanted to do tonight. He was looking straight at me. Oh no. There's someone very special in the audience. Someone I care a lot about. Jared-Kun. I would like tonight's ceremony to be with her. Hold on, this is a special event. I gotta make another save. I would like to do tonight's ceremony with her. Blushing. The heat of 200 schoolgirls' combined animosity rose in the air behind me as quickly as it dispersed. Jared finally likes someone? Good for him. He deserves an established mating partner. Jared reached out a hand towards me. Hana, my beloved blossom, will you come and do this ceremony with me? Mai started squealing beside me. I sat, rooted to the spot, suddenly unable to move my body. Hana, go! Hands grabbed me. First Mai's and PBG's hands, from people I didn't even know. Each of them were pushing me out of my chair and across the row. People... And then people onto the stage. I stood in the darkened edge. Come, come! Jared waved me over. I tiptoed onto the spotlight in the center of the stage and took Jared's hands. Polite, Not too enthusiastic. Applause filled the air. Jared knelt in front of me.
My lady?
Directly in front of him, under strong beams of the spotlight, he seemed ethereal. He motioned towards a small cushion set on one side of the tea table.
After you.
I sat on my ankles. I was pretty sure that's how you were supposed to do it in this kind of situation. I should have paid more attention to this stuff in school. Jared moved the seat opposite to me, and then turned to face the audience.
As some of you know, I have been trained in the art of tea ceremony almost since birth. However, as many of you realize, this ceremony will not be formal or a traditional one. I altered it to add my own special flair to express myself and to accommodate my lovely partner. I hope you'll all forgive my transgressions against the tradition. Sometimes one must follow their heart to forge their own path.
He tossed his head, flipping his hair in a graceful arc out of his face.
Anything for you, Jared!
Jared held up his hands, and the cheering faded.
Now that that's out of the way, I hope you'll enjoy the ceremony. Please, try to contain yourself, ladies. I want everyone to be able to enjoy this in the purest form, and that means taking in the perfection of silence.
In spite of myself, I was impressed. Jared often used glazed words to charm his audience. If anyone else were to say that, there was no way it would work. Something about Jared warped universes.
Please, help me while I try to make my feelings clear.
My mouth went dry. What was I supposed to do in this situation? Was he really trying to confess to me via public tea ceremony? I didn't believe it, but there was nothing else to think. Finally, Jared sat in front of me. He pulled out some utensils, a bowl, a whisk, the usual instruments, and began to methodically clean them. His movements were sharp and crisp, efficient and elegant. He was applying just the right amount of force. Nothing was wasted.
You know, Hana.
I flinched as he was whispering, his head bowed towards the bowl in his hands. The audience might be able to tell he was talking if they looked sharply enough, but they wouldn't be able to hear what he was saying.
You caught my eye from the first moment I met you on the train.
I didn't trust my voice to respond without cracking or carrying the seats just a few away from us. Instead, I tilted my head at him.
Ellipses?
I mean it. I know I might seem like I say this to all the other girls, but I really mean it. You were quiet, scared and small. Despite your fear, you seemed almost bored, almost apathetic about your situation. Yet I could feel that there was something coming from inside of you, some pent-up energy that couldn't be contained for long.
How? He was paying that much attention? I thought about my first day at Asagao. Jared was the first person I met. We shared a train car. He was sitting and reading a paper. Our conversation was empty, the bare minimum of small talk. I couldn't even remember half of what I said. I was so nervous.
Jared finished cleaning the bowl and turned to a kettle, heated on some kind of stove. Gently, he picked it up and poured some of the water into the cup. Then began to stir it with whisk.
It wasn't just that, though. You were scared, but you weren't hiding. You were afraid of people you met, and what they would think of you, but you didn't fake your feelings. You have always been, from the first moment I met you, genuine. You are honest about your feelings. You don't hide when you're upset. I don't even think you can. And you're not deceived by appearances. You treat people like people, seeing beneath the dazzle and the beauty.
The dazzle, the beauty.
For an instant, his stirring slowed. Then he was back up to par. If I hadn't been staring at his hands rather than his face, I wouldn't have noticed. In fact, maybe I didn't see anything at all. You are a brave person, Hana. You try to trust people, even though it's clear that somehow you've been hurt. He poured the tea into the cup and handed it to me from across the table. When he next spoke, it was clear. It was a clear ringing voice that echoed from across the theater.
Hana?
You captivate me, Hana.
Exclamation points!
I offer you this tea as a sign of my respect and admiration. I nodded and then turned the bowl 3 times in my hands and drank from it. A soft cooling drifted up out of the audience. Please, if you like it, finish the tea. There's something else I want to get you for you now. Tea is way too hot. If it's cooler, maybe she can do it. Jared disappeared through the room, an opening towards the back of the room. I sat, holding my tea with eyes, several hundreds of teenagers resting on me. Oh, please hurry back, Jared. I tried to sip my tea with poise, but I ended up gulping it down in swift chunks.
Such grace!
However, Jared suddenly reappeared, his hands behind his back. He sat down again and looked at me, expectantly, almost bursting. Hana? My dear Hannah? I put down the tea bowl, eyeing him warily. He took his hands out from behind his back and held them in front of him. I gasped. On them was a small macaron. Macaron time. Back to your favorite game. A small rounded cake with margarine. Okay. Oh, it's a macarons versus macaroons. Okay. Gotcha. Somehow shaped like a beautiful cherry blossom. A sprinkle of sugar lined the petals, and a small ring of cream could be seen beneath the pink crust. The pink was rather bright for a cherry blossom, though, and then I realized the pink was the color of my hair. The day we first met, the cherry blossoms were blooming. As I was going to bed that night, I realized I would never look at the petals the same way. They gained a beauty that I had no idea was possible. Cherry blossoms, petals fall quickly. Leaves from the tree. Wait, leaves in the foam, falling so slow. Oh wait, no. Leaves from the vine, falling so slow, like tiny fragile shells drifting in the foam. Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy comes marching home. So much cheese. Too much cheese. Cherry blossoms. Petals fall quickly, and their beauty swiftly vanishes. But I don't want to lose any of the beauty I found with you. Please, Hana, tell me, will you be my girlfriend? Bada bing, got Jared-Kun! Flip, yeah. The crowd squealed. I was reeling, almost as if I was hit in the face. It felt like a dream. It was crazy enough to be a dream. But as I leaned slightly forward, a pang hit my ankles from having sat on them for so long. This was no dream. This was actually happening. Jared beamed at me, seemingly the picture of confidence. But as I sat in front of him, I could see that his hand was just the slightest bit, almost imperceptibly trembling. Jared was scared. What should I do? Take the macaroon and eat it. Take the macaroon. You do it. Reject the... No! No! How could you? No! Okay, how do we do this? Am I supposed to eat it? Am I supposed to... I don't know. I haven't been to too many tea ceremonies. I don't know the rules. Do it. Do it. Reject Jared's love. See what happens. Never. Excellent choice, Steady Games. Jared scoffed. Why on earth? Why on earth are you on this route if you don't want my... Ugh. The macaroon. Jared scoffed. Why on earth are you on this route if you don't... Duh. Can I do it 3 times? How many times do I have to do it? Come on, 5. Five's the charms. Okay, excellent choice there, Steady Games. Okay. I guess I eat them. I'm gonna take it and not eat. I gingerly took the macaroon out of his outstretched palm. Jared looked at me expectingly. I smiled at the macaroon in my hands and then up at him, uncertain as to what he wanted me to do. He held out his hand. When I took it, he helped me stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, she said yes. Because I had no choice. The crowd applauded and cheered, much louder than I expected them to be. Although, to be honest, it was mostly my PBG and Satch making all the noise. Regardless, I beamed. Jared lifted our hands in the air, and then we bowed together. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. I'm glad you could all be a part of this moment. The crowd applauded some more, and then disappeared in a muddle of murmurs. And to you? He turned to me and smiled. Thank you for coming and accepting me as your boyfriend. Haha, got Jared-Kun.
No, I mean, thank you for... Well, I didn't expect...
I hope you didn't mind the crowd. Or that it was public. It was a little awkward. Nah. I think a lot of girls have that dream, right? It was a total lie. I really wasn't comfortable at certain points. But Jared tried his hardest, making it a romantic event for me. I wanted to be appreciative. Really? It didn't bother you in the least? Well, in the least.
No, I mean, it was your way of showing that you cared, so...
I was lying through my filthy teeth. And slightly dissatisfied look on his face made me feel he knew. Anyway, I have to go clean up everything now, and no one else is allowed in the theater, since it's pretty much past curfew. I glanced at my watch. 9 o'clock already.
Oh wow, you're right.
Bye.
Don't wait up for me. It'll take me quite a bit to sort everything away. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? He winked and left before I could protest. Man, that guy. Suave as heck, isn't he?
Right on.
Congratulations, Hana.
Yeah.
The plan was a complete success. Let's celebrate! Celebrate! Dance to the music! Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
I knew you were in on it, Mai. I knew you were in on it. Mai, you too?
Mm-hmm.
What can I say? Anything to help out my best friend.
I can't trust anyone.
We assembled home together in the darkness. What if I didn't show up? What would he have done then? In the darkness, PBG, Satch, and Mai all enthusiastically patting themselves on the back on a job well done. I thought of Jared working away in silence in the back of the theater. He should be celebrating too, not working. Still, I wasn't allowed in the theater, so there wasn't much I could do. I looked at the... See, I'm glad I didn't eat the macaroon in my hand. It was so beautiful. Almost. Even more so in the faint moonlight.
I didn't know Jared could bake.
Oh, macaron? Jared's pretty good at pretty much everything, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen him really fail at something. He's always been a spotless kind of person.
Yeah.
A sparkling person. That's the thing about him. He's the real deal. Most people just pretend to be cool and have everything under control. Jared actually does. I've never seen him do anything that didn't seem thoroughly planned.
What?
Really? He's never had an embarrassing moment or something? Not that I can remember.
Uh-huh.
And I know everything about Jared.
PBG's face clouded over. But I wonder how he does it. He can't be good at everything. Yeah, Absol Knight, we're not getting any of the salt. Couldn't he? Everyone has to fail at some point. Not technically, there could be a person on this world who was good at everything that he touched. If so, that's Jared. PBG shrugged, and then the two went back to debating the finer points of Throne of Games. Well, there's another reference for y'all.
Hey,
No more salt. Yeah, I'm sorry, Absol. You gonna eat that? Oh, you want it, Satch? Satch was pointing to the macaroon. It was gorgeous, immaculate even. You'd be ashamed to eat it, especially since he worked so hard on it.
No, I want to keep it for a while first.
Okay, make sure you eat it before it gets hard, though. I nodded. The macaroon was delicate. If I pressed too hard, it would definitely collapse. It was good quality, and the macarons weren't easy to make. I didn't actually know much about Jared, did I? I didn't notice he was planning anything. I didn't know he could bake. As the day's heat evaporated from the ground, a doubt slipped into my mind. I was his girlfriend, sure, but what did I really know about him? Chapter 3. Alright, I feel this is an alright stopping point. In fact, let's see if we can go back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a save. There we go. Alright. Well, I'll catch all y'all back in, maybe, probably next week. Yeah, I'm still streaming. Even though there isn't going to be a Wednesday this week. Still working on a video. So we should be able to, yeah. Don't worry. Every Sunday in June, we're gonna have some videos. So I will talk to all y'all later. I should have had that planned when I hit the button.